has some messages for us. We're gonna ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space for divine guidance and messages for our highest and greatest good. All right. I feel like I was just listening to this song and it was saying, put down what you are carrying and not having to like overburden yourself. So I feel like that's for somebody, right? So you may have had to like establish stronger boundaries with people. Okay, let's get a few cards out for our channel here and see what's going on. I feel like someone's feeling like left out, like this went far left. I feel like something went far left, okay? And I feel like there's been a lot of like someone's in despair, someone's feeling like, you know, like what good could come of this situation. I feel like there's this like uphill battle here, feeling like the odds are against you, but it's all how you handle it and make things work for you versus them being like against you. And then I have a Two of Swords. So I feel like it's a mindset, right? It's like seeing things from a different lens almost, right? I feel like there is like a sense of accomplishment here for someone. I feel like there might have been something that was meant to break you that actually made you instead. I feel like that's why there's upset here, is because whatever was sent to break you made you instead. All right, that's why they're in despair. There's like this energy of like upset because they broke their own heart, breaking your heart. But I feel like there's some sort of like emergence. There's some sort of like glow up. There's some sort of like level up. I feel like whatever plans and plots that maybe someone, you know, was the ringleader of, I feel like, you know, they're in the hot seat now. They may have had a similar experience, maybe through someone else. I feel like somebody wanted to win at all costs as well. But I feel like maybe you're being observed here from afar, right? I feel like there's some sort of mastery, and it could be like your own emotional mastery, like you like self-healing and like choosing yourself in the situation. And because you made those decisions that aligned with you and your higher self, and having the balance and mastery of your emotions has really set you far apart. Okay, I'm getting that like you're in alignment, like this, you are victorious over whatever experience and lesson this was. Okay, and I feel like it was a super big lesson. It was like a path, like a soul path that led you to your purpose. I feel like you're now like in this like position to kind of maybe like share with others in some way. So maybe like paying it forward somehow. I feel like maybe I'm also getting like a second like wave of information as it relates to like, this also could be like someone doing someone dirty behind their back, maybe how they did you dirty. All right, so I feel like there's a bit of like, yeah, because it goes Three of Swords, the World card, the Four of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot. I feel like there's also like someone else like teaching somebody or influencing somebody, or this could be like someone paying for wisdom, knowledge, guidance, whatever, like a bill of goods too. I feel like somebody thought like they were going to make out in a situation, but I feel like it ended them into some hot water like I was picking up on earlier. I feel like that's why there's like upset here. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's also like movement away from this towards peace, like taking the good with the bad energy here with the Six of Swords. There is this like commitment here. I feel like there is this like recognition, acknowledgement, celebration here. Four of Wands. I feel like maybe someone tried to someone may have paid somebody on the side to like hurt you or gang stalk you or somehow affect your mental state. Or maybe someone paid people money to talk negatively about you and put you in a bad light. But I feel like none of it affected you. So whatever they tried to do to hurt you ended up like affecting them in the long run is what I mean. I feel like, yeah, I feel like something definitely may have backfired almost. All right, what's this Four of Wands? Let's finish this. Four of Wands, this could be like a celebration. This could be a union. This could be a commitment, a contract, an agreement with someone else to create something. It's usually very foundational. Who dis? An Emperor. I feel like somebody sees like, that's my person. Yeah. All right. I feel like this is like someone's, what is this? Someone's loss is someone else's gain. All right. Yeah. Look at magic. Okay. Creation. This is someone who's like, has a big idea. All right. Yeah. Look at this. And then we have an Empress. Bam. All right. So this is like big, this is like big deal Holyfield. I don't know why I'm saying that because that is not in my language. Was Holyfield like known to have like a big deal, or big deal Holyfield? Is that even a thing? Please tell me. Inquiring minds want to know. All right, here's this Four of Wands. There's some sort of divine union playing out here. We have a divine masculine. We have like sparks, passion, creativity, inspiration, just amazing like masculine energy here for an Empress. Okay, so this is like a fairy tale. I mean, not that everything's smooth and a cakewalk, but I would say that you made the right decision in choosing you and walking away from things that didn't serve you and healing your broken heart. And realizing that like you may have had some things that you needed to work through yourself. And that may have been why you attracted this in. But again, like we all partner up with people for whatever reason. And I feel like you took the time out to assess this and make changes in your own life. And as a result of that, you're emerging, you've expanded, you have awakened and ascended. And I feel like, you know, congratulations is in order. I feel like this was something that was either masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. I feel like this represents divine feminines and masculines and represents like the challenges that had to be overcome and the strength and the courage that this journey takes. Okay, I feel like this is like soul's alignment. Okay, it's like building a new foundation. Okay, with high vibration, right? And having good intentions and working for God. So I feel like this is really a powerful coming together. And I'm getting like, you know, there were some difficult challenges with this for sure. So I'm going to get like another deck and just get a few more messages, okay? Because this is really cool. All right. Let's see. Is this okay? All right. Let's see. What song is this? Just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. All right. Get yourself free. All right. I feel like you do have this freedom. I feel like this is like your free spirit. Like you're super free spirited. Like anyone who wants to kind of keep you stuck and trapped is like almost suffocating you. Air sign energy, bottom of the deck. So you're here to create. You're here to help Mother Nature, Gaia, Earth, right? This is creation. So I feel like you have an important purpose and mission here. And you're meant to do it with a partner, okay? However that is, whatever role you want to, you know, gender non-specific in tarot, it's the archetypes, okay? So this is like, you know, a physical representation here of the divine having an experience in a human body. So there's that. Past loved ones visit you while you sleep. I feel like there could be a new home in your future. Light worker, healer, empath energy. This is who this reading is for. Drop off the keys to the new house. I feel like there could have been like addictions playing out here. Or this is something that's being like worked through. I feel like that also can represent a bit of this energy here. This also can represent a bit of this energy here. And potentially this energy. Okay, so I feel like this could be on both sides. This could be something that you're healing a pattern of when it comes to your family. Okay, I feel like there was betrayal, there was deception, and there was lies here. I feel like your heart was broken and you know the truth through the pain of your experience. You don't care what anyone has to say. You were there, you felt it. So you have firsthand knowledge of what you experienced in the situation. And it doesn't matter what anyone wants to kind of cover up with the Two of Swords. You know your truth because you felt it. No one can take that away from you, okay? Yeah. I feel like this was a karmic connection and a lesson. And this is representing the fact that you learned this lesson. And it was a very important one. Okay, I feel like there were contracts, okay, here that might need you to be careful before signing them. So if you have anything that comes your way to sign, or if there's any agreements with people, you have to be careful what you agree to because you may not know like what strings are attached. Okay, so that might be playing out here for whoever finds themselves, you know, stuck in a karmic connection, dealing with someone who's a liar, deception, wearing a mask and betraying. You know, if there is attachments here when it comes to like, you know, money, sex, gambling, drugs, alcohol, and addictions, I feel like, you know, there could be something coming in that, you know, you're going to need to kind of like assess carefully. This could be with a person. This could be a deal. This could be a new position. So, you know, depending on your situation. Okay, what about this documents? Is this like making soul contracts with people? What's this? False masculine may have gotten into an agreement without reading the fine print or knowing the repercussions. That's what I'm getting. And then the bottom of the deck says narcissist, toxic, devil energy. So I feel like this false masculine, take it, you know, it doesn't have to be masculine. It can also be someone who's feminine and masculine energy, okay? But I feel like this is like wounded masculine, unhealed masculine energy. I feel like they got into some sort of agreement, maybe for sex, thinking that they could keep this a secret. It may have been with a karmic relationship, okay? I feel like some of this was against a light worker, healer, or empath. So I feel like somebody didn't really understand what they were getting themselves into, but they have free will choice, and they find themselves in a karmic connection at this time and learning karmic lessons. And I feel like you also learned this as it was a third party kind of situation. So it could be romantic, it could be coworker, it could be family, like parent sibling dynamic. So depending on that. I do feel like they do not have ancestral support. In fact, you know, they're kind of running blind. Okay, I just heard they're running amok blind. Okay. Look at immoral. They think they're immortal from the repercussions, but they're not. I feel like immoral and lacks integrity here. So this is like them running amok. Okay. Okay. I feel like they're surrounded by toxic friends who do not give a shit about them and how their life turns out. I feel like their friends are encouraging bad behavior. They're enjoying the drama and the show. Okay, so I feel like someone's very strongly connected and maybe needs to connect more, meditate, and spend time in nature. I feel like there are strong spiritual abilities and gifts here. I feel like you'll receive messages through thoughts, words, dreams, and visions, maybe if you're outside in nature. So maybe get in the sun. There could be some like light codes and stuff like that. I feel like you're being guided towards your path and purpose here as a light worker, healer, empath. I feel like someone is going through or will be going through an ego death. Okay, I feel like someone is also a social media stalker and they're like, how in the heck did this work out this way? They're watching to see, like, you know, because there's, yeah. Okay, trolling, stalking, obsessed. Okay, I feel like someone's sleeping with the enemy here. Maybe they're realizing this now, that whoever they're with is toxic. Maybe because they're also toxic. Okay, we do have like a lot of, you know, this energy here. Not everybody's that, but I would say, you know, certainly very self-serving, controlling, manipulative. Some of the energy and the channel might be like looking to relocate, okay, or physically move. Like access denied energy is what I'm getting. I'm getting like heavy spiritual awakening and ascension. Yeah. Access denied. Okay, pray more like it's your job. Okay. There is energy here that's going to be in spiritual prison or actual physical prison. Pray for them. They need your prayers. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sag. Passion. Purpose. Or this is someone who this could be the energy that's going to prison. Aries, Leo, Sag, could be a fire sign. Or they're going to prison for the sake of things that they did out of passion, lust. Okay, so this could be like getting caught up. Look at divine justice, universal law. We have karma playing out. And then we got reconciliation, watch for red flags. Okay. Somebody might need like a handout or help because they're going through karma. And they may have legal issues, okay? And it might be tied to some sort of fire sign energy or something, passion, something that they did from a place of passion. Okay, I'm getting there's like proof of this. And I feel like you're needing to like pray and protect. Okay, it's like secure. Okay, what else we got? I feel like you were outcasted, maybe even treated like a black sheep, maybe gang stalked or something. I'm getting like there's bullying in this situation. I feel like you were worthy. So continue with the like I am statements. I am enough. I am loved. Believe in miracles because a miracle has or will be manifesting in your life. I feel like you have figured it out. Good for you. Look at this is manifesting. This is believing in miracles, because miracles soon going to happen in your life. It's because you create the miracle. Okay, Empress, Emperor, you create miracles. You know what I mean? You're here to help with creation. You're here to co-create with God. So I'm not saying like you're the one that's capable of miracles, but I'm saying like you certainly intend so. All right, for the highest and greatest good. I feel like there's fraudulent activity and illegal practices here. I feel like that's what's leading whatever group this is to their downfall, right? To the accountability, you know. Time to kind of like get a grip. Okay. Get a grip of reality. Someone might be like delusional at this time. Look at, talk to your spirit guides, ancestors, and saints. Okay. That's your spiritual team. Someone is feeling extremely unhappy at this time. Okay. I feel like you choose this for yourself every single day. Okay. You choose this every single day. The light within you just shines so bright, and that's just something that it is what it is, okay? You're done dulling your shine. Water sign energy present, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's this? Water sign energy, working with others to come against you. Okay. Why were they like, what was the reason they were coming up against this person, this group, the collective? They're going to experience a tower moment. Devastation. Destruction. Change. Okay. Why were they coming after the collective when it comes to this kind of stuff? Why did they want this to end? Because of this. Uh-oh. Spiritual gifts, your intuition, your visions, your dreams. They wanted to silence you. They wanted to silence you. Okay. Look at wearing a fake mask. Pretending to be something that they're not. You saw through them. You expose them for who they truly are. Now they're seen. Right? You lit it up like a frickin' fireworks. I feel like you sent the bat signal. Look at, yeah, okay, like all this shit, right? Returning. Okay, yeah. You know, they even involve like some of their family, which is even more played. Like, really, look at, oh jeez, look at these two cards coming out together. The player surrounded by their options, their sources, okay? Maybe everyone's spreading things with one another. I feel like that's unfortunate. And there's legal issues as well. So there's that for some of this. I feel like pay attention to the synchronicities that you receive. Signs, angel, numbers, nature, signs in nature. Okay. Okay, I feel like there was a gold digger on both sides here. I feel like your person might have been a gold digger and they attracted a gold digger. And also somebody who is experiencing, you know, what it's like to be treated like this, I think, too. I feel like there's accountability playing out here in whatever way God sees fit, frankly. There's legal issues, and then there's God's wrath and judgment. So like shit's hitting the fan. So they're feeling the pinch of it, that's for sure. I feel like there's a new opportunity for us. All right, I feel like you're dealing with a spiritual hater. All right, I feel like you're not going to change their mind. That's not part of your purpose. I feel like this is being surrendered and handled, so don't worry. Be happy. Be happy, okay? You very much could resonate with like Rainbow Children, Rainbow Bridge, okay? Or being between two realms, dimensions, okay? You know, somebody, you know, is not trustworthy. I feel like you already know this. What does this energy want? What is the purpose here? Oh, they're the ones that have been doing this energy towards you, okay? So I feel like that's specifically where the spiritual hater's coming from, okay? And God's handling it. So I feel like this is being dealt with on the spiritual realm, okay? I feel like your position is held, stable, strong. I feel like your abundance, your ability to hold your ground. I feel like people respect you, people honor you. I feel like you're being seen in a position of stability as well as success. Okay, there's an ego death playing out here. Okay. Make a wish. A wish is coming true. What's that wish? Divine love. Divine love, baby. That's what's coming in. Make a wish. Here he is. Here she is. Here they are. Gotta love it. God bless. Okay? God bless. This is happening in the near future. I feel like you guys communicate telepathically, sometimes through music. I feel like there's a new opportunity and confirming divine masculine. Yeah, I feel like they're going to come out of the shadow and into the light, and I feel like they've been potentially watching you for some time now. But I feel like, you know, the karmic, the third party, I'm seeing this too. Look, I have a karmic third party, toxic workspace, someone being fired, and the truth coming to light. Okay, look at karmic third party, toxic workspace, lost, fired, and exposed. Lights, camera, action. I think they always wanted the attention. Maybe they didn't want it in that kind of way, right? I guess you have to be careful what you wish for, right? You have to be careful what you use your magic wand towards, because you might just get it. You might just create it, right? Wish granted, okay? Wish granted. Yeah, I mean, this reading is very, like, on point with many of the other readings we've been getting over the past several days, which is interesting. I feel like there's a whole timeline playing out here for many of us. So if this resonates, then here's what's up and here's where things are at. You don't have to resonate with all the message. Like, it's not for, you know, what's for you will be for you. I don't try to push anything. I do feel like things are going to be picking up, though. I feel like bottom of the deck energy of this deck that I haven't touched since we first started, you know, 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this is a promise of, like, you know, what you're working towards matters and you have the support and resources needed to get it done. I feel like, you know, this is about of like making that wish and dreaming big. So I'm getting like dreams are about to come true. They're on their way to you, I heard. Beautiful. So I feel like stay optimistic. I feel like you're on the other side of this. So let things play out the way that they need to play out. I feel like what's coming in is beautiful. Whether it's a partnership in business or love. I'm getting love, but you know what you're calling into your reality. So tune into that and, create that for yourself and ground that here. And yeah, I hope you guys have the most amazing day. I'll see you on the next time.